Hello, this is Tim from Tim's Tiny Arcade, where today I'm going to be looking at a brand new system.
So the system I ended up picking up was from Retrobit, and it's called the Super Retro Trio Plus. This is a system that will play your Genesis games, your NES games, your Super Nintendo games in HDMI. And this thing also has two controllers that will play all three of the systems. So you don't have to go out and get new controllers if you wouldn't like, but it will also play, you can use your old controllers also on this system. We'll take a look at that here in a second.
So I have the system set up. Let's look at a couple things on it before we get started looking at the games. Right here on the front, there's a door that will open, and you can see you can play your old school games with your old school controllers. So they got all the ports that you can use, the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, and the NES. Up here on top, there's a Super Nintendo button, and then a NES, Super NES, and a Genesis button. If you want to use the controller that came with the system, I figured out you have to have this slid to the left. If you want to use your old school controllers, you need to slide that to the right. Also on top, you have the slot, or this button here, where you can slide off Genesis, Super Nintendo, and NES, and a reset button. All right, the first game we're going to look at is Contra III for the Super Nintendo. And I'm going to use the Retrobit controller to try it out. It came with the system. Right off the bat, the game looks great, playing on a modern TV. Because before I was playing with just AV cables, and that doesn't look as good on a modern TV. The controller's really responsive. Like I say, it comes with two of these, so that's a huge bonus. Contra's one of my favorite games. It's a hard game. As you can tell, I'm a little rusty at it. There's a look at our first game. Let's take a look at a NES game. All right, next game I want to look at is Tecmo Bowl for the NES. This is a game I used to play a lot as a kid against my brother. All right, we'll take Chicago. All right, San Francisco. We'll see how this looks and plays. So far, the graphics, the colors might be a little bit off. I'm not exactly sure, but it's definitely really a crisp looking picture. And that's what I'm most concerned about. I really want to say I do like the Retrobit controller. And I think it's awesome that you can use the controller on all three systems. So if you're just getting into retro gaming, you don't have to spend a lot to go get all these controllers. I know Hyperkin just came out with a system that will play Super Nintendo in HD. And that system is like $69. And this Retrobit system here, you can play 3 different systems for $10 more. So it's a real value. But this game looks great. I'm not going to sit here and say that the colors are exact, because I don't remember, but I think the game looks good. It seems to play well. I don't see any lag when I'm playing. But that's a look at an NES game. Let's take a look at a Genesis game. Alright, now we're going to look at Robocop versus Terminator for the Genesis. Looks really good. Title screen. Alright, let's give it a go. Yeah, this is the game that I need to play a lot more of. Just haven't taken the time, but now that I have this new system, I think I'm going to be playing it. The only thing I'll say about playing it on the Genesis with this controller is the way they have the setup for this, you have to use the top left button to jump. Just kind of an awkward spot. So that's the only thing I would say it's negative maybe about the Genesis, playing the Genesis with this controller. Another thing, just so you guys know, it's no big deal to me. You have to play this in like full screen like I'm playing now. It doesn't have a switch on the system where you can switch it to like 4:3 screen size. But if you have a TV that will do that, then I mean you can change it that way. To me it's not a big deal. I kind of like playing in full screen, but not everybody. Some people would like to play, you know, the way it was back in the day. But yeah, this game looks great, sounds great, and everything I've thrown at it so far seems to be working.
So my final thoughts on the Super Retro Trio Plus system from Retrobit is, yeah, definitely if you're looking to get into retro gaming and you want to play in HDMI, this is a system probably to get for the price. Most retailers are selling this for $79.99. A lot of systems out on the market, you're going to pay, you know, $59 or $49 just for playing one system, NES or like a Super Nintendo. So to get all three systems for that price, plus getting two controllers, I think it's a very good deal. And don't forget to give this video a like or subscribe to my channel if you like it. And until next time, from Tim's Tiny Arcade, we'll see you later.